Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Some days back, the Igbo extraction of the Nazcacos came together and made promises to the Igbos, generally Southeasterners, that they should stay calm and they are not actually resting their oars. They are doing everything they can, though they are working gently but quietly, but surely they're working towards, the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They're looking towards in a political direction. They said they made promises. They referred DMD was down to history, it was back to history, where they did it for Chief Wazurike, they did it for Nnamdi Kanu as well, sometime in 2017, and now they said the God that helped them to do it then will also help them to do it now, and they're saying and seeking for prayers and understanding, and they're asking the Igbos to remain calm as we speak. One of the lawyers, prominent lawyers, not the lead lawyer, but one of the lawyers that's in charge of Nnamdi Kanu's case, have also opened up on a lot of underground movement that is going on. But this time around, he's making a statement, that there are a lot going on, and they actually want one or two things to be considered, judging the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention and a lot of things going on may not be in his favor, except, of course, things change and positions change. Before we go into the newspaper to find out what it is, Ejimakor is actually exposing. We'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Alright, let's go straight to the news. Ejimakor, the council to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, says it is unnatural to negotiate with a man in chains. Ejimakor, who is among the lawyers defending Kanu against the Nigerian federal government, advised the nation's authority to stop resisting every effort made or being made to release his client from detention if truly they are sincere about negotiations. When a man is in detention and you wish to negotiate with him, the first step you take is to stop resisting every effort being made to release him from detention. That's how they negotiated with Mandela, Gandhi, and Martin Luther King. It's unnatural to negotiate with a man in chains, Ejimakor wrote on his verified handles. Well, it was also reported that Kanu has been in Department of State Services, Department of State Services (DSS) since his arrest and extradition to Nigeria. He's on trial for treasonable felony. His trial is slated for 21st of October at the Federal High Court of Nigeria. Kanu's controversial IPB organization has been advocating for the secession of southeastern Nigeria. Former Biafra, a deprived region in the south, is mainly populated by the Igbo community, with the scene that took place between 1967 and 1970. After what happened, about 1 million people went down, notably from famine. The Republic of Biafra was finally reintegrated into Nigeria, a country of nearly 200 million inhabitants, regularly shaken by intercommunal tensions. All right, let's look at this very critically. There was some point that Ejimakor raised, and it's actually a pertinent one. He said something that has to do with the fact that if anybody really wants to negotiate, it shouldn't be in detention. If genuinely that's your game plan, don't forget the October 21st is around the corner. These guys have already shouted 1 month sit at home sacrosanct. Every Monday already, the Southeasterners have gotten used to it. Nobody wants trouble, so every month they just sit down quietly. They don't open shops. They just stay put. They don't want trouble. Now imagine 1 month. Much as Namani has spoken, much as Ikekweremadu has spoken, much as very prominent men have spoken concerning this matter. First, some clergymen are asking for amnesty, both for Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. But already, let's look at this objectively. If you are in the position of Muhammad, knowing fully well that Nnamdi Kanu is one person that is a voice that a lot of Southeasterners listen to, a lot of young people listen to, Southerners generally listen to in their leisure with his Radio Biafra transmission and all that. you will be scared, judging the fact also that the country itself is tense, insecurity everywhere, and letting him go is as if you're saying you're letting him go to worsen the situation on ground. Don't forget, Nnamdi Kanu has always been a bone in the neck in this present dispensation's administration. So now they've been looking for Nnamdi Kanu for ages. Finally, they've gotten him, even though it is not through the right process. And you think they will let go? They may not. So if they're saying negotiation, I guess personally now I'm just envisaging. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why the likes of the senators decided that they are going to look into it. They are quietly working towards his release, quietly and gently, not making so much noise. So I guess there's some political undertones, and I also feel that maybe they're negotiating with him, you know, probably in detention, probably now in detention, and to see if you agree to one or two things. But of course, the lawyer is saying, who does negotiation when one is in chains? It's not going to be a fair one. It's going to have a lot of conditions, and I still also remember some years back, Mazen Kanu said it's actually Biafra or nothing. Okay, so now saying that Biafra or nothing, and they're saying negotiation, and maybe just they're bringing terms and conditions. Okay, if you're going to let you out, you're going to drop the Biafran agitation, you're going to drop this, that the condition looks very tough and may look very tough and high. But if you want to bring any negotiation to the table, it's always nice and better where all hands are on on equal position, as in where Mazen Kanu is free and probably having on roundtable discussion with those who are negotiating with him. But in a situation where he is in detention, come on, maybe it's a lot of conditions will be tied to his release. And the question is, would he agree to that? I don't think so, because the truth is, the level where the struggle has gotten to right now is where there's well, permit me to use the word, borrow the word that Simon usually say, autopilot. Right now, they said sit at home should be suspended. IPOB that started up has suspended it, but up till now, IPOB has suspended it, but it's still enforced by God knows who the people who are doing it. That's to tell you that even the people themselves actually want their Biafra. So it's not all about Mazen Kanu. It has gone beyond Mazen Kanu. It is now something else. Can you imagine what happened to Chinwetalag on his own? He decided to wear the Biafran flag, Biafran cloth, just to tell you that though he's an actor, though he's a Nigerian, but his heart, his spirit tells him he's still a Biafran and he wants his own nation. Though he didn't have to say it with his words, but his actions spoke volumes. Same thing with an elderly woman who decided that look, in her lifetime she needs to see Biafra, whatever it costs, even if it means her, going against the norm to get it done. That's to tell you, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Indians, some there out there are of the opinion that look, if this country is looking at the level of debt already being owed by this present dispensation, it's almost as if it's going to take rocket science to get Nigeria out of the level of debt. We're really heavily indebted. Now the question now is, what